but I don't I usually take calls from Dr. Pat just because she's got a lot going on, and I'm trying to help her with a lot from long distance. So sorry, we were done though. But I got off with her because I was supposed to be doing this rally
Good evening, everyone. We're so excited to see everyone this evening. Here shortly, I am going to introduce to you all our other two locations in Columbus, Ohio, as well as in Cleveland, Ohio. And we have our Ohio Unity Coalition, which we will be bringing on as well. So we are making history today for the first time ever. We have been able to stream live through Zoom a live meeting and three in-person meetings done by Win with Black Women Ohio. We're super excited to have everyone here today. And so right now, all you all have to do is sit back, enjoy, and we are definitely going to bring you a show. As we always do, we've got many activities ongoing. If you're in person, we have postcard activities ongoing. If you are in person, we also have check your voter status. We know that voting is very important. My name is Elise Jenkins Prescott, and I'm your lead organizer. And we are a grassroots organization, and we are so thankful for your patience because all of us are volunteering. First and foremost, I want to thank Joteka Edie for her vision with Win with Black Women. Also, I want to thank Holly, who is our lead organizer, who has given us a pathway to follow, and it is definitely working well. Well, here in Ohio today, we have elected today as being the day of our Ohio Unity Rally. So, what we're going to do to start off, we are going to open up in prayer. And we are going to move into speakers from around Ohio. We have elected officials here. We have so many community members, and today is about activating and getting you excited in terms of the work that we're doing. So we are very glad that you're here, and hopefully for those of you who are tuned in on YouTube, you're seeing what's going on. We will be bringing in this information to our Zoom location as well. So we're super, super excited that we have everyone on the call. I'm going to go ahead and add to the stage here. I am going to add to the stage at this time the folks out in Cleveland. Yay! I don't know if you can hear them, but they are there in Cleveland. They are ready to rally in and bring all the excitement. If you can hear them, that is absolutely wonderful. Yes, 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 yes. And we just want to hand it over to Cleveland at this time. And Tamika, if you will, there is a slight delay on YouTube, but Tamika, if you will, if you can unmute so everyone can hear you loud and clear. If you could unmute, please. And while they are working to unmute, okay, I just want to make sure that you all understand that we have a plan. We've got a plan, yes. We have a plan for each of you all. I'm loving what we see over in Cleveland. They are definitely excited. And if we could get them to unmute for a second, that would be wonderful. So we will be patient as we work through the technical difficulties here. And this is the first time ever. Like I said, we are making history. Win with Black women at this pivotal time, we're definitely on the side of election. But beyond that, we are going further. So as we work with them to get unmuted, okay, we are definitely, you can see them all in their colors. They look absolutely amazing. And we are excited to hear from them. Yes, take it away, Cleveland.
Elise, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, Cleveland. We can hear Cleveland is in the house.
To be here today in Cleveland, we have a packed, full house of ladies ready to engage and get out there in the streets and help Kamala Harris get to the White House. All right, so listen, I have three speakers here that I do want to give the mic to for just a few moments and just share their passion around their organizations and the great work that they do. So the first person that I want to introduce you all to is Renee Jackson. She is National Congress of Black Women, Greater Cleveland Chapter. Renee, is there anything you would like to say to the audience?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Renee Williams Jackson of the National Congress of Black Women, Greater Cleveland Chapter. And we want you to know on this day that we are committed to protecting our democracy and the lives of Black women and their families in this country. We are not going back, and we are grateful and happy to be here today to share in this awesome occasion.
All right, we're not done yet. Ohio, we still got two more. Okay, now sitting next to me on the other side of the couch is Pat Frost Brooks. And she is with the Ohio Education Association and National Education Association. Pat, what can you tell the people?
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my fellow educators. I am passionate about public education. I've been a public education, now retired, for 37 years. And I am voting for Kamala Harris and Waltz for public education and those that stand with us in public education, making sure that our educators have the resources and the finances for our students and for themselves in their classrooms, their buses, their secretaries, the cafeteria workers, all for education, because we are not going back and we are going to do something about it.
All right, last but not least, we have Nanika Slade, Richmond Heights public school advocate and Black business owner of Star Beauty and Play Beauty, Black owned, first in the state of Ohio probably, and in Cleveland for sure. Nika, what would you like to tell the people of Ohio?
Listen, I am here because not only am I a Black-owned business, but I'm a woman-owned business, and I'm here because Black girls rock. I sit here in front of you adorned in my grandmother's pearls. My grandmother, who passed these pearls down to me, fought before she died for women's reproductive rights. And I sit here in crying shame as it is, fighting for reproductive rights almost 30 years later for my granddaughter. So we here today in Cleveland will vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Waltz. We're going to stomp the ground. We're going to stomp the pavement. And also, we have public school advocates here. She's already spoken. We can't go forward with Kamala Harris and leave our kids behind.
That's right.
Don't forget to vote down the ballot from top to bottom in this election.
Let's go! We are fired up. Elise, are you there? We fired up. Good job. Yay. Oh, they said they need us to keep going for a minute. Let's keep going. Listen, we are going to keep it going here in Cleveland. Has some music playing. Yes, in the background. I will just say, listen, we're doing this today so that we can engage, empower all people to get out there and activate their rights to vote. Mom, you want to come up here and say something? I have my mother in here. Come on, Mom. Come on, Mother. You know, because you know, sometimes you just got to take it back to. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We had to change the music. We was really getting turned up for y'all in Cleveland because that's what we do. I want to introduce my mom to you, Barbara Finch. I think that legacy matters. And it's always mattered for me. She's taught me that while there may be things that I don't agree with in life, to always speak out, but don't just complain. If you're going to use your voice, you better do something to change the way things are. Mom, why is this election so important to you?
It's so important to me because I'm also an educator. I've worked in East Cleveland for 40 years, and I love it. And a lot of my students are here with me today. I'm just so proud of them. I just like to say that we must win this election. Kamala Harris and Walz must win this election. We can't go back. We can't have someone in the White House that we can't trust to tell us the truth.
That's right.
That's enough for me to vote for Kamala and Walz.
We won't go back. So some of the things that we've been doing today here, besides eating and fellowship, we've also done 400 postcards. These ladies have organized since 4:30 today. We had labels, we had stamps, and we had messaging to go out to targeted areas where we know we can empower them. We've also sat around and did a roundtable talk about why this election is so important to us. We've got old, young, in between, everybody here with us today. And then one of the other things that we're going to do is we're going to organize to go out and canvass. So before we leave here today, those that are willing, we're going to commit to canvassing the Cleveland area and empowering people to vote. So you've got us on your side in Cleveland and so many more that couldn't be here tonight, but we are ready to work and win this election in Ohio and in Greater Cleveland.
Awesome. Cleveland is representing. So while Cleveland was on, I had a chance to go out and check out what's going on in person here in Cincinnati. And so we're really excited about what's going on in every location. Here shortly, we're going to bring on Central Ohio. But I would love, before we go anywhere else, to allow Petey Talley to come to the stage. Petey is our leader in terms of all of our call to action and our activation. She has ladies on site here in Cincinnati. She's got folks up in Columbus. She's got folks up in Cleveland for the postcard efforts. And we are working through her organization. So without any further delay, I'm going to bring Petey to the stage here. Petey, if you will, take it away.
Hey, can y'all hear me? What's up, everybody? OH.
I can hear you loud and clear, Petey. Yes.
Okay. OHIO. So hello, I'm Petey Talley. I'm with the Executive Director of the Ohio Unity Coalition and Black Ohio Leaders from Democracy. We're based in Toledo, Ohio. And what a powerful collaboration this is with Win with Black Women, with Black women coming together from across Ohio. How exciting it has been for the last 77 days of getting ready for this very historic election. Sisters, we got 30 days to go to get busy to do something. So now the celebration is coming to, we're going to pivot from celebration into activation. And so you can get involved in doing something across the state of Ohio in the cities of Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Toledo, Dayton, and Youngstown. Ohio Unity Coalition has an infrastructure that is ready to do canvassing, to do phone banking, to do postcard campaign writing. We have yard signs. We need help doing all of the work that we need to do. We will have about 40,000 door hangers that are ready for distribution for the get out the vote phase of our campaign. We've knocked on over 80,000 doors since August the 13th, just getting out in the community, talking to Black voters across the state about why it's important to make sure their voter registration is up to date. The last day of voter registration is tomorrow. And so we will be pivoting on Tuesday with a get out the vote message that encourages these same voters to go and vote early or on November the 5th. Many hands make light work, and we need all of the hands of all of the sisters who are on the Zoom call, the ones who are in person in Columbus, in Cleveland, and in Cincinnati, and the ones who have been doing this work to let's just begin to shift and go into another gear, you all, so that we can get the voters of Ohio into this election. It's going to be very important. If you want more information about how to get involved, if you want to canvass your neighborhood, if you want to make a virtual phone call, give us a call. Go to our website. It's www.ohiounity.org. That's www.ohiounity.org or www.blackohioleaders.org. And you can get involved in both our nonpartisan effort under the Unity Coalition or our more express advocacy, where we will be canvassing on behalf of the Harris and the Walsh ticket from the top of the ticket down to the bottom of the ticket. That's through our 501c4 activity, Black Ohio Leaders for Democracy. As I close out and give the mic back to Elise, our wonderful host of this, who has put together this very dynamic simulcast that we're having here. One last thing about us in Ohio, you all know that issue 1 is on the ballot again. And so we got to make sure that our community comes out and votes yes on issue 1 so that we can end gerrymandering in Ohio once and for all. So we need all of you, in addition to activating on behalf of the president, the United States Senate, the Congress, the Ohio State Supreme Court, and all the way down the ballot. Make sure that people, our voters, our family, our friends, our community know to vote yes on issue 1. Let's do this, y'all. We got this in Ohio. Thank you so much for having me, Elise. I'll give it back to you. I want to hear from some of the other folks that are there with you in Cincinnati.
Thank you so very much, Petey. We really appreciate the information that you just shared. Hey, I'll tell you what, everyone, it has been quite interesting to figure out how to make all of this work. So one of our fearless leaders thought ahead and said, hey, let's go ahead and conduct a test. And so we got the connection, everything finalized on Thursday evening. Well, guess what happened? Great things happened. We had an exceeding number of individuals that tried to register, and so we almost broke Zoom. However, right now we're trying to connect the Zoom audience with the folks that are on Facebook. So in just a moment here, we should be able to make that happen. But I do want to bring us on. We're going to mute for a little bit while we work to technically bridge everyone together. We appreciate you all being here. For sure, send us some love through the reactions on YouTube. Right now it's 6:34. We've got some great videos lined up and we're going to make that happen, but we want to bridge in the other portion of our viewers. So bear with us for just a moment. Thank you so very much.
or they so
It's not. Can you send her to what we put in there to our YouTube so you can see it on YouTube? Give me a DM, take a picture of it, and I can send it to her. Okay, so this is this is I can take it and just make it small. Right. All she wants to do is go out and Women with Black Women Ohio YouTube. If she follows that. Tell her to go. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is low. Yeah. Is someone else talking? Mm-hmm. Okay, just tell me that. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Hold on, she's sending something. I've got about 5 minutes now. Okay. You can just respond with it. You got it. I want to tell you, are there any other individuals? I'm going to bring you online. Okay. I'll leave it on this spot. I will be on this session. I'm supporting you. What's your son doing? Which one? The one you mentioned? Tamika, hey Cleveland, if you all have individuals that want to come on right now, for some reason my interface is not allowing me to share my screen. So the Zoom folks are sending over to YouTube now. Okay. I know there's a slight delay.
I think so. We don't have anybody. Who's that? Y'all, let's give them a show. Anybody want to talk? What we got? Just keep waiting on us. Well, like I said, we the life of the party. We don't want to hear that. What we want to do?
Sarah, your mother, she don't want to talk. She wants to make freedom.
Okay. But she did want to talk about black men. So let's do that. So anyway. Cleveland. Where y'all at? Okay, so I think they're working through technical difficulty. Come on, y'all, get close so the people can see us here. We are still working, communicating, fellowshipping. We did postcards. We talked about our why, and we talked about how important it was for Black women to get together. But as I was walking back to the whiteboard to organize around what we were going to commit to as part of canvassing, somebody said, "Well, what about the Black men?" Yeah. And so I said, "Well, say less. Let's talk about it." I do feel like Black men are, well, I shouldn't say are not as support. I just don't feel like they're with us. Yeah. What is that, and what can we do to help them? Should we have told them to come here? I don't know. Oh, you gonna put the whole weight of the Black society on me? She said because I didn't invite the Black men that they feel left out. But that's a good point though. But it's real though, because okay, yeah. Okay. Say that. Yeah. Yeah.
And we could have been
One thing they don't like to do the paperwork. The men don't like to do the paperwork, so we do the paperwork and so they can still be.
Okay. So what can we do? Okay, Chris, come on. Your mother said come to the stage. Come to the stage. Come on, Black man. Come on. We do have one in the building. We got two. Black men. Come on to the stage. She's like, come on.
Just bar.
To the polls with us. I love that. Young man. Okay. Sit down. So this is our one male, and then come on, Brandon, come to the couch too. All right, we got 2 men in the house. Okay, so it has been said that Black men may not be as supportive. Why do you think that is, and what do you think we can do as Black women to pull you all in?
I think we are supportive. We're just supportive in a different way.
Okay.
What we are is generally we are not as outwardly supportive.
Okay.
We'll get in there. We'll take the action. We'll walk the walk. We'll talk the talk. We'll go to places that you need us to go, but we aren't probably going to show the excitement. It's not a part of our culture where our men show our excitement and wear their hearts on their sleeves in that particular way. So what you might be seeing is more of a quiet support than no support at all.
But would you say, and I appreciate that. I do. I know that you're supportive, but there are, I mean, if you look at the news, and we know sometimes news is fake news, the media can be misleading, but they have said that Black men aren't as supportive of Kamala. I'm just trying to figure out why that might not be you.
Yes.
Do you all have any insight as to why that may be? And we got a month to get it right. We can do it. We can make it make sense.
Well, I think some of the issues that speak more as a younger man than I can.
I agree with the lack of expression.
Okay.
And then also, I would also say that women are better organizers.
Okay.
As well. Like, say our walk, our stroll. You know, that's not something that I would have been pretty good at.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So just like we do like expression, sometimes organization.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Chris?
So
Go ahead, Chris.
yeah, a lot of the a lot of the issues that the election is really focused on right now, in terms of that candidate in particular, a lot of the issues are more focused around women's rights, reproductive rights, a lot of those things that aren't necessarily at the top of men's minds. Okay. One of the things that we're constantly thinking about is financials.
Yeah. Oh, y'all said that at the same time. They said financials. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're thinking about financial funny.
Right. So job growth, the availability of those things, and civil rights as well, because we live with a target on our backs every single day, and at least in the media, I would say they need to do a better job. As a candidate, she needs to do a better job of talking about what she has done in terms of social justice for us and criminal justice for us, because the Republican Party has painted a narrative of her as a prosecutor.
Yes.
Right? And prosecutors typically and historically have not been on our side.
That's right. That's right.
So she needs to do a better job. The campaign needs to do a better job of outreach in terms of that and showing what she will do for us financially and with regard to criminal justice.
I appreciate that insight, and I think what we can do, ladies, right, is we just heard these two men talk to us about, while they are in support of Kamala, they did just express what some men may be feeling and why they're not as apt to jump on the bandwagon. So now that we have that knowledge, let's reach out to a brother and let's let them know that we need them to support her, because financials for Black men, civil rights for Black men, all the things that we are fighting for, Kamala is going to deliver that better than the other will do any day of the week, right? Absolutely. And so we need to communicate that. And I know that we have a couple of canvassing initiatives. I know a lot of women have said they're going to stroll to the polls in Cleveland on October 26th. We just heard a great idea. Each one of you that is strolling to the polls on Saturday, October 26th, pick up the phone, grab a man, grab two men, and bring them with you so that we can empower our Black men to be ready to get out there and activate for Kamala Harris. Yes, you can say something. Yes.
Every opportunity you get to talk to a man,
yes,
ask some questions. I was able to turn someone around from being interested in Trump. I was able to talk to someone about voting. He never registered before, and I sat with him a long time. and he went and registered. I texted him all the information, and he showed me that he did it. Also, on the Win with Black Men, their thing that they had the first time, they said Black men are one of the most misinformed group of people. So we have to inform them. We have to show them, give them the research, because a lot of them are not going to look for it. A lot of them have misconceptions. They talk about, one yesterday said she put a whole bunch of people in jail for marijuana. But I had to tell them about her programs that she had so that they would get out of jail and not go back to jail. So there's a lot of misconceptions that our Black men have. So every person that we can talk to, we need to reach one and teach one.
I love it.
You know, and I heard I heard someone tell me a Black male told them that Kamala was the reason why we longshoremen had to strike. See, I don't know where they're getting that.
It's a lot of misinformation.
It's a lot of misinformation going around.
In social media.
Detail as well.
Yeah.
So y'all know Brandon has been here videotaping us and getting some snippets. I'm hopeful that one of the things we can do, because what I did, I think, is Sonya here? Hey, Sonya, I was talking to her and I said, like, we're missing the young people. Like, there's a mixture of all ages here, but the young people, young people are not here. And so when I was thinking about the postcard campaign, I was like, well, we could do 18 to 25, but I was like, they probably not going to be reading postcards. So maybe whatever clip we get from you, Brandon, we may be able to, for those of you that have, some of you younger people that have TikTok or children that have those accounts, we can put those snippets about getting out to vote and why it is important on a social media campaign. You all sign media, y'all all sign media release. So let's take some of this good work that Brandon is doing, and let's put it out on social media.
You know, I am not as young as I used to be, but I am on TikTok.
All right, TikTok.
I actually created a profile solely for the purpose of getting information out.
Okay.
So I'll share my handle, but I try to take clips from our social media for Women with Black Women, and as well as some of the topics that come up on the calls. And I create clips and I put them on, and they are being received well. Much better than Elon's ads.
Okay.
And I'm not even on Facebook, but
Okay.
I am on TikTok, and the messages get me out there.
Well, you know, a lot of Black men do that Facebook and Instagram. That needs to also be.
And Instagram.
Instagram.
But it's free. Create yourself a profile. You don't want to do it under your name, do it under your, whatever you want it to be. And then just get that message out there, because that is how people are getting your information. And they believe it.
They really believe it. So I just want to say, when we canvass, it's very important that if females with a male, because when you go to a home with a male, they will listen to that male. As I did this with Obama, we paired up a man with a woman.
Okay.
And the men would listen to the men, right? Because they can definitely relate to one another. So that's going to be very important. Canvassing, men need to talk, because these are Black men who are thinking about voting for Trump for all the wrong reasons. They're not educated.
Right.
They're not researching, so it's going to be very important. And they believe it.
So another initiative, right? We had all of the sites for GCC. We've got Richmond Heights doing something next Saturday. If we commit to showing up in those places, and I will make sure that I get all the information out to everybody, let's bring a man. Let's bring a Black man with us to canvass with us, so that we can do it in unity and empower not just across women,
But even if you can't bring a Black man, if someone knows several, just bring them.
Just bring them.
Pair them up.
Yeah, pair them up. She said, share your man. That's the only time you can share your man is during canvassing. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna leave off. Let's give them one last hoorah before we get off this.
Okay, we figured it out, everyone. Thanks for everybody coming back on. We had a technical issue. We figured it out, everyone. Hold on just a second. We had Zoom was set to not share the screen, and that's the only way if you're on Zoom that you can see. So we're almost there. Thank you for your patience. We love hearing from Cleveland. I want to see if we have, I don't know if Columbus, Ohio is ready for us yet, or if we want to go to Petey. But meanwhile, I've got Petey on the screen. Petey, if you want to unmute, you're welcome to do so while I do this last connection for our folks on Zoom.
Okay, sure enough. Thank you so much again, Elise. You all, technology is a good thing. It's a blessing and a curse all at the same time. So we pushed a lot of the people that were on Zoom. We shared the YouTube link with them. So hopefully you all can see us. I think I've got about, you have at least about 9 more people still hanging out there on the Zoom platform. Again, this is a powerful collaboration, you all, that we have going on here. And thank you, Cleveland, for those wonderful words that you all just shared with the rally goers. It is important that we try to reach people where they are. And that means that not everybody receives information the same way. Some folks are going to pick up that postcard when they get it in the mail and read it and be grateful that somebody hand wrote a postcard to them. Other people are going to answer the phone when we call and be grateful that they got a phone call. And there might be some people when we knock on the door that will open the door to us. Whatever method that we use, there's no right way, no wrong way of reaching people. Everybody absorbs information very differently. So whatever you're doing, social media, phone calls, postcard campaigns, door knocks, all of it is going to matter. Because
PD, Callie, you're muted.
Okay, yeah, there you go. All of it is going to matter for us to make sure that we can get out the vote. We got 30 days. 30 days. The celebration, we've been celebrating for 77 days since we knew that Vice President Harris was going to be the nominee. And it's been a great celebration. But now we got to get down to work. And we gotta get the word out. So anything that you can do, and I would even ask that you all start in your family. My mother-in-law passed away, and we had her repass and her homegoing this past week. And I looked around the room during the repass at all of the nieces and the nephews and the grandkids and the great-grandkids, and there was a question mark that said, I wonder if all these folks are registered to vote, right? Because I don't know. And so we did the repass at the church. So I didn't do the political stuff in the church, y'all. I waited until we got to the sister's house afterwards where the real party was going to be going on. And I went around to all of those nieces and nephews and all of the grandkids and all of the kids. And I asked them to scan a QR code to make sure their voter registration was up to date. And many of them were like, huh? Like, not even in tune to the fact that there's an election. And so we got to start with our families, y'all, and make sure that their paperwork is in order. I think we assume that our family is going to do the right thing, but that's not always the case. I can tell you right now, I updated at least a dozen of my nieces and nephews who have moved since they have registered the first time. Another 5 of them had never registered at all. And there was one sister who was marrying into the family. She said, I don't really see, it's all fixed anyway. So we have a lot of work to do right in our families, y'all, over these next 30 days. And so if we can do that work, that would be helpful. And to help us do the work, I would encourage you all to pair up with some of the locations of Ohio Unity Coalition. They're in Cincinnati. They're working out at Allen Temple AME Church on Reading Road, 7080 Reading. In Cleveland, they're at 3689 Lee Road in Shaker Heights. In Columbus, they're at 3689 Kimball on the corner of Livingston and Kimball. In Toledo, we're at 2903 Dorr Street at the Unity Coalition. In Dayton, we're at McKinley United Methodist Church at 196 Hawthorne. And in Youngstown, we're at New Bethel Baptist Church at 1507 Hillman Road. So we have a lot of locations that you all can tap into, get information. We have voter guides, we have door hangers, we have everything that we need to make sure that our families and our community is ready to vote. So over these next 30 days, that is our Black job. And we're going to do our Black job, right? Our Black job is voting. And then our Black job is to also make sure that other people in our community and in our families can vote. So let's do this over these next 30 days. Elise, I hope I killed enough time for you there.
Woo! Thank you, Petey. You did wonderful. So I'm seeing everyone's coming over from Zoom. Hey, as we make history, we learn a lot of lessons. And one lesson, no matter what we practice, our Zoom integration, a slight hiccup, but thank God we had YouTube to filter in. So I love the fact that we've got everyone on at this time. We are still going till 8 o'clock at 7:21. There's a couple of folks that wanted to speak and share information. And what I'd like to do is share one of the videos that was sent to me to see if I can share that collectively here while we're on the call. So I am going to go ahead and present a video file, a screen share here, and I will choose that. Give me just a second here. We know that we've got, in these 3 locations, we've got a number of elected officials. Well, last night, we actually had our NAACP Freedom Fund dinner, and Sherrod Brown was there. So while he was there, his team did leave a video to share with you all. I wanted to share that. And then we had a number of individuals here at Cincinnati that were somewhat kind of like double booked, but I am hoping that I can pull up this video for us all to see here. And if you give me just a second, we will show that right through our streaming platform. I so appreciate your patience. Hang on just a second. And we've got that pulled up. And I will share that straight through StreamYard here. Hold on just a second. Sound on. We're going to share that screen.
Hey, I'm Sherrod Brown. Thank you for being part of our fight for the dignity of work and for all the work you're doing that will matter so much for our campaign and our state. Elections come down to one question. It's not left or right. It's whose side are you on? Ohioans know I'll always be on their side. I'll always fight for Ohio workers. And I mean all Ohioans, no matter who you are, where you live, what kind of work you do. Ohioans know I'll work with anyone when it's right for our state. I'll stand up to anyone, any interest group who gets in the way. From passing the Butch-Lewis Act, saving the pensions of more than 100,000 Ohioans after Wall Street gambled away their retirement, leading the fight to ensure Ohio veterans exposed to toxic burn pits during the service get the health care they earned, a bill named after Heath Robinson, a soldier who lost his life, to working across the aisle to protect Ohio families and law enforcement from dangerous fentanyl by cracking down on the chemical suppliers in China and the drug traffickers in Mexico. Well, I spent my career fighting for workers. My opponent has made it clear how different he is. He looks out for himself. He looks out for his special interest allies, the same people who are spending millions of dollars to defeat me this year because they know I'll stand up to them. I stand up to Wall Street. I stand up to Big Pharma. I stand up to corporations that outsource jobs. And despite Ohioans making their voices clear on abortion rights with 57% of the vote, my opponent would actually overturn the will of Ohioans by voting for a national abortion ban. He says, he brags, he's 100% pro-life with no exceptions, even in cases of rape and incest, life or health of the woman. He mocked Ohio women recently for caring about their right to make their own healthcare decisions. He saved his special insult for suburban women and women over the age of 50. It's clear Bernie Moreno thinks he knows better. He knows better than you. He knows better than those 57%. Those are the stakes in this race. My opponent may have the special interests and the millionaires and the billionaires on his side. He doesn't have all of you. and you'll be the difference in this race. So make a plan to vote by Election Day, November 5th. Make sure your friends and families have a plan to get to the polls too, especially young people. Polls are open for early voting October 8th through November 3rd. Visit iwillvote.com to find your polling location. When you love this country, you fight for the people who make it work, period. That's why I run for re-election. That's why I've served the way that I have in the United States Senate. It's an honor to continue the fight for each of you. Thank you.
So that was definitely a good message from Sherrod Brown that he wanted us to share during our call. I hope that you all did enjoy that. And the next video that I wanted to share, Petey, did we get a chance to share your information that we wanted to share on the call?
Pull it
I
up.
think you're, okay, there you go. You're unmuted now.
This is just a video, you all, of some of the activities that we have going. We did a postcard campaign with some sisters from the AKA and the Charms in Toledo who really wanted to come out and do something. I hope this can show okay. Let's see. You have to bring it to the stage. You see it, Elise? Can you see it? Down.
Say that again. You want me to bring it?
You have to bring it to the stage. I can't bring. Okay, there it is. Let me do it one more time. Let me do it. Again, if you all want to get involved with writing postcards, visit one of our sites, kind of activity that we're doing. These postcards are being written to voters that live in precincts in Ohio that are 70% Black. And so we know we want to reach out to the Black voters and make sure that they have an opportunity to cast their vote. Again, we'll get that additional information in terms of locations out to you all following the rally today. So thank you so much. We have 40,000 postcards, y'all, that we're trying to write to these voters. And I know postcards not for everybody, but those that we write to will probably appreciate getting a personalized message from you, telling them about the power of their vote in this election. Thank you, Elise.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I love that we shared that. And so I will see if we have anyone from our Columbus area. If Columbus has a lot of activities going on as well, we want to see what they have going on, and it doesn't appear that they are ready just yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, today, once again, this was a day that we got a chance to make history. Don't forget, we have our call this evening, okay? So our call this evening does start at 8:30. I believe Holly will be leading that call, and we'll get some updates on the next movement and plan of action. I do want to share with you all, this past weekend in Ohio was absolutely wonderful. If you have not already gone out to our Instagram page, you want to go out to the Instagram page and check it out. There is a video of a culmination of pictures where our Vice Mayor Jan Michelle and a planning committee, we wanted to get Kamala to Cincinnati. Was not able to do that, but through fundraising was able to get Tim Walz here. Very energizing. The venue was absolutely wonderful. Plenty of great appetizers. And to kick off this weekend with Tim Walz was wonderful. So there's a highlight video on Instagram, on our Facebook page, And at the starting YouTube page as well, that information was there. But you might have some events. If you want to drop those events in the chat as we go down, we can definitely share those and highlight those during the call as well. Once again, really good weekend. First time ever, we're creating history. We've learned a really good lesson, okay, about integrating our Zoom with our YouTube. But more importantly, we are glad that you all hung on to get this wonderful information. Once again, tonight, we will be on our national call at 8:30. So in order to pull this off, let me just tell y'all, let me thank your leaders, okay? So we have Sybil, Sky, and Julie up in Columbus, and they have a number of individuals on site, a number of activities that we talked about earlier, the postcards. ACLU was in the house there tonight, ensuring that everyone was registered to vote and helping assist in any given way. In addition to that, we want to thank Tamika, and she has just done an amazing job in opening up her home on top of her schedule at a moment's notice, okay, to bring on and invite guests to her home. I do know that we may have some elected officials from Cleveland who may want to share, but if you were on our call last week, you got a chance to hear from Angela Shute Woodson, who is the advisor, the senior advisor to the mayor, and she's one of the original founding women of Win with Black Women. Right here in Ohio, there's a lot of history here. So her and Holly have tremendous history, along with Petey. So those are our long-standing ladies who have been leading for well over 4 years. And so tonight on the call, as we listen through, it's through being aligned and partnering. This work isn't easy, and we know that it takes a lot. You could be anywhere, but right now you're participating to get the information. You are plugged in, you're tuning in from postcards to calls to canvassing, all of the above. We are on the right side of history, and we still have time left to get the work done. And the reality is that we can't get it done without you. So what we're going to do is bring Cleveland back on. I'm going to add them to the stage here and allow Tamika to share with us if she does have someone who wants to speak. It looks like she does. And I am going to ask Tamika when she's ready to go ahead and unmute. And I will remove myself from the stage. Tamika, whenever you are ready, take it away.
I don't know what we doing. We are, can you all hear us? We are excited to be back in the room with you all again. We are working hard over here, organizing and moving forward in this election. Nika, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the good people?
We are on fire and ready for Ohio to get these Black girl hands on behalf of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. We're ready to stomp the ground. We're ready to knock on doors, and we will win. We are winners over here. Yeah!
I don't know if you all heard our last segment because, everyone was engaged in talking, but we are also going to make sure that we energize our Black, men and make sure that we engage them in this fight for the White House, for our democracy, for women's rights, for men's rights, because as we just heard, they are concerned about jobs. They are concerned about financial gains. And so we need to be inclusive around our community to get people engaged. Anybody else want to say something to the good people, all of these community workers in here that we have? Or do we just want to send it home with a big shout? Tanya, do you want to say something? All right. Everybody say they good. One last time for Cleveland, y'all. We love you. We're going to get out to the polls. We're going to work really hard. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, everyone, that was Cleveland. They are in the house. So when she said get out to the polls, everybody save this date, October the 26th. So Cincinnati has the effort, Cleveland has the effort. There is the 100 women to the polls. And Angela shared that information with us. We have a summary since our last meeting that's going out. And what this is all about, various organizations coming together, strolling to the poll, okay, for those that are participating in that part. But getting to the polls October 26th in the state of Ohio is going on all around. So we've got that going on down here in Cincinnati. You'll be finding out more information about that. And then we also have that up in Cleveland as well. Angela shared that during our Thursday call. If you have someone that you know would be very important to have on our call, on our Thursday night state call, please don't hesitate to share that information. We bring on leaders who are passionate about civic engagement, who have accomplishments and can provide educational information that will help our audience. Okay, we know the prestige and the richness that comes out of Win with Black Women. So we look to you to share insight in terms of who that next speaker would be. And simply, if you could just share it, email us at winwithblackwomenohio@gmail.com, or you can send it to me, Elise, ELYSE, sheempowers@gmail.com. I would be happy to get that added. We are moving in the right direction, ladies. I am going to go ahead and bring Petey back to the stage. And Petey's going to share some additional information.
I'm sorry, Elise. I hope I can do this right. I have a video that is in my mailbox that I want to share, and I didn't get a chance to drag it out before you brought me back. But it's a video about issue 1. So Elise, can you just let me drag it out to my desktop so I can share it? Okay, I'm sorry, you all. I'm having technical difficulty. I don't know how to get the video out of my inbox, my mailbox. Let's see. Hold on. Okay.
Alice, take your time. Trust, I had that major. Ladies, I just want to tell you, part of winning is even when mistakes happen, we uplift each other. We're stronger together. So thank you all for being committed and patient while we work through any technical difficulties. Because I tell you, we were on, Tamika and I, Thursday night, and we had our plan. Everything worked fine. And then the Zoom portion didn't integrate as we planned. So one of the things that we do is we keep it moving forward. We cannot give up. So I love the information that was in the chat. I don't know if y'all heard me reading it earlier. Archer Sunshine said lots of misconceptions and misinformation. We've got people representing Columbus on. Yes, so we love the feedback that you all share as well as she's getting the video.
Yeah, I have it in the chat. I had dropped the video in the chat. I should be able to just click on from there. Is that in the StreamYard chat?
Okay, let's see if I can pull that
If
up.
you can pull it up, you can probably
see the in StreamYard, the chat.
Wait a minute.
Take your time.
I'm sorry, it's in the private chat.
Okay, let me see here. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got you. I want to get you taken care of here. Let me see. I'm going to present a screen share.
I think, yeah.
Yes, I'm don't be fooled.
There it is.
Anyone trying to defeat issue 1 is only out for themselves.
Politicians want to shut us down and keep power out of our hands.
They even manipulated the description of issue 1 on the ballot to deceive us. Don't be fooled.
Join the Ohio Organizing Collaborative and the NAACP
in voting yes on issue 1.
Don't trust their lies.
Let's finally hold politicians accountable.
Join us.
Vote yes on 1.
Sister, thank you all so very much. You all, everything that we do in this election is so important. We got to make sure, as we're excited about the history that's going to be made at the top of the ticket, issue 1, you all, if we vote yes on issue 1 and get our neighbors and our families to do so, it's a game changer for us in Ohio. It will end the gerrymandering. It will end Ohio looking like a red state. We know that there are more people who vote in a different kind of way in Ohio, in the cities of Columbus, Cleveland, and Cincinnati alone. And there's no way Ohio should be as red as it is. And the reason it's red is because of gerrymandering maps that politicians have drawn in order for them to stay in power. Issue 1 will move politicians out of the way from drawing those crazy maps that make us gerrymandered and make us look like we're a red state, and it'll put citizens in control of the map drawing. So behind the presidency, behind making sure we return Sherrod Brown to the United States Senate and those congressional members in Ohio to the United States Congress so that they can pass good laws that make us whole again in the United States. Let's do a good thing for our state, y'all. Let's vote yes on issue 1 and make sure that we can ban and end gerrymandering once and for all. Y'all help me get that message out. Help us get that message out that we want a yes vote on issue 1. Thank you, Elise, for letting me try to share that. That was the one thing I wanted to make sure that we did not leave here and not have some emphasis on that particular issue. It's a statewide ballot issue. It'll be on everybody's ballot. Issue 1, vote yes. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So we really appreciate that information as well.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Petey, for sharing that video. So if there's any information that or questions that you all have, or if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, definitely let us know. A lot of effort has been put into making this happen today, okay? And I know some of you all that are on here now will get ready for the next call. But hopefully you all know how to get a hold of us. And we are at 7:44. So I would love to see any questions that you all have at this time. There is a playlist that we had. It's a Kamala Harris playlist that's wonderful. And if anyone is interested in that, I would be happy to share it from Spotify and drop that into the chat as well. I'll go ahead and drop that in there for everybody to have. And that way you all can have that. I'm going to put a little music on, and as we get ready to prepare for our 8:30 call. But if you all have any questions, just know I'm hanging out here. Thanks for your patience. We would love your feedback. I want to wait and see if we were able to get our sister location in Columbus on as well. We are still hoping to hear from them, and we have not had a chance, but we know united we win, that when we fight, we definitely win. And I always tell people that your vote is your power. So never let anyone take that away from you. Our ancestors fought. We are here. We have that right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. So I am going to share our playlist. And I'll tell you what, before I do that, let me see here. I am going to share this video right here with you all. Hang on just a second.
In this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? There are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of hate. But us, we choose something different. We choose freedom.
Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too.
The freedom not just to get by, but get ahead. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to make decisions about your own body. We choose a future where no child lives in poverty, where we can all afford health care, where no one is above the law. We believe in the promise of America, and we're ready to fight for it. Because when we fight, we win. So join us. Go to KamalaHarris.com and let's get to work.
I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
So we don't quit on ourselves. I'll tell y'all what, Mario Van Peebles and Bootsy Collins was the entertainment yesterday when Tim Waltz was here in Cincinnati, Ohio. So we really, really, really enjoyed having that entertainment that was ongoing. But I'm going to go ahead and kick us off with the playlist that I shared. If y'all want to enjoy, definitely. And I downloaded that app. Okay, hang on just a second here. Little hiccups. We're going to get better at this. Hey, this is a chance. If anyone loves technology, if anyone loves social media, we need some help with someone that can help lift some of the weight in terms of communicating what we have going on. If you get out to YouTube, if you get out to Twitter or X, as some folks call it, you'll see that we do have our pages, and also on Facebook. We would love, love, love to have help. If you think of Ohio, there's a lot of work to be done, but we also have a whole lot of Black women. Okay. So we already have had some success in terms of people that are looking for key opportunities of work. And I just want to make sure that we're uplifting and supporting each other. I will pull up a playlist here where we can enjoy some music. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here.
Contracts and getting them signed quickly and efficiently. You can easily schedule invoices and remind.
Good evening, Philadelphia. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, it is good to be back in Pennsylvania. So let me say, on behalf of myself and the first, second gentleman of the United States, my husband, Doug Emhoff, thank you for the warm welcome. And let me just say, it's good to be here with all of the friends, all of the leaders who are here. I want to thank former Governor Ed Rendell, Senator Bob Casey, who we will re-elect this November, Senator John Fetterman, Mayor Sherelle Parker, and Chairman Jamie Harrison. And it is so good to be here with your incredible Governor, Josh Shapiro. and I have been spending a lot of time together over the years. And I told Josh, look, I am so invested in our friendship in doing this together, because together with Josh Shapiro, we will win Pennsylvania. We will win Pennsylvania. And I thank you, Josh. I thank you. So Philadelphia, I launched my campaign for the President of the United States a mere 2 weeks ago. And it's been a bit of a whirlwind. And just last night, the delegates to the Democratic National Convention finished voting. And so I stand before you today to proudly announce I am now officially the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. And so now we got some work to do. We need to move to the general election and win that. And to all the friends, listen, we also need to level set. We are the underdogs in this race. But we have the momentum, and I know exactly what we are up against. Now, many of you know, before I was elected vice president or elected a United States senator, I was an elected attorney general, and before that, elected district attorney. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. So in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who scammed consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. So, let me just say, hold on. This campaign, our campaign, is not just a fight against Donald Trump. Our campaign, this campaign, is a fight for the future. It's a fight for the future. In Pennsylvania, we fight for a future with affordable housing, affordable health care, affordable child care, paid leave. We fight for a future where we build a broad-based economy, where every American has the opportunity to own a home, to start a business, and to build wealth. We fight for a future where we bring down prices that are still too high and lower the cost of living for America's families. So that they have a chance not just to get by, but to get ahead. We fight for a future where we defend our most fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote. freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. And the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do. So here's the thing. Since the day that I announced my candidacy, I set out to find a partner who can help build this brighter future. A leader who will help unite our nation and move us forward. A fighter for the middle class. A patriot who believes, as I do, in the extraordinary promise of America. A promise of freedom, opportunity, and justice, not just for some, but for all. So Pennsylvania, I'm here today because I found such a leader. Governor Tim Walz of the great state of Minnesota. So, to those who know him best, Tim is more than a governor. To his wife, Gwen, he is a husband. To his kids, Hope and Gus, he is a dad. To his fellow veterans, he is Sergeant Major Walz. To the people of Southern Minnesota, for 12 years, he was congressman. To his former high school students, he was Mr. Walz. And to his former high school football players, he was coach. Coach. And in 91 days, the nation will know Coach Walz by another name, Vice President of the United States.
Thank you.
So America, for some folks, they're just getting to know Coach Walz's story. And I'll tell you, he is the proud product of a middle-class family in rural Nebraska.
Everyone, it looks like Cleveland has one of our esteemed guests in the house. Yes, super excited. So without any delay, there's always a slight lag on the YouTube, and I want to make sure that we have Cleveland ready to go because we have some history in the house. We've got a powerhouse right now. So I have Cleveland on the stage. We talked about a little earlier that your vote is powerful. We know united that we win, right? We use with Win with Black Women, one voice, one fight. And we couldn't be more excited to go ahead and ask Cleveland to unmute themselves. They are on stage. Once they get a chance to unmute. And
we are here.
Yay!
Can you hear us?
Absolutely. Yes. Wonderful. Look like some history here.
Yes, we got some history. We just want to have them say a few words to the audience about why this election is so important and why we need to get out and vote. So we'll start with Miss Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina Morrison, and I think we need to get out and vote because right now, the abortion laws and the women, we need to understand that it's our bodies that we should make decisions upon and no one else's. And I just think that I think Kamala Harris will do a good job in supporting us. So that's the reason why I want to get out and vote.
I love that. Elaine?
I'm going to let my school teacher friend Barbara do this.
Well, Miss Barbara?
Well, I want to vote this year. Well, I vote every year, but special this year because of who's running for the presidency. I want Kamala Harris to become the next president of the United States. Why I want her to become president is because I can't see Donald Trump being in the White House behind that seal for another 4 years.
Can I just say this is legacy for me, and I appreciate you all being here because this is who raised me, Elise. And the reason why I get up and do the things that I do is because of each one of these ladies sitting right here in front of you. And so while this election is about women's rights, it's about our democracy, it is also so much about our history, our legacy, and civil rights. And our ancestors have laid down so much for us. So if nothing else, do something because of that. Do something because of legacy. Do something because of our rights. They're on the line. And do something because of our ancestors. Thank you, guys. We live here in Cleveland again.
I tell y'all, Cleveland holding it down. Yeah. How far are y'all from Shaker Heights?
Not far.
We're about 20 minutes from Shaker Heights.
Yes, I got family up in Shaker Heights. So thank you all for sharing that history. I will tell you what, I don't know if you all know the story, but I'm going to share it like this. As we were doing and working, we had initially 1,700 ladies in Ohio that responded to the Win with Black Women call. 1,700, right? And as we were getting, yes, something to be proud for. As we were preparing, to do the work, we needed someone to help lead the areas. And Tamika calls and she's like, oh, I do that all the time. I misdialed you. And I was like, Tamika, tell me who it is, because I really didn't see the phone. She was like, oh, I'm Bryce's mom. So most know me in one of the roles I've served in as the Midwest Regional Alumni Director for North Carolina A&T, the Alumni Association. So her son, when you go to A&T, your family. But she was like, I was trying to call a different person. I said, no, I think I know why you called. Either I called her back or I told her during that call. And I said, Tamika, are you in Columbus or are you in Cleveland? She said, I'm in Cleveland. I said, that's the one area we don't have anyone helping us with our rally. And you know what she said? And this is a testament to those who have raised her and the folks that she's been around and the woman that she's become. Tamika, without hesitation, said, I'll help you. What is it that I need to do? So what you're seeing today was off of her immediate response. And I am claiming great things continually over her life, her family's life, her children's life, her children's children. Thank you, ladies, for sharing that history with us. We are so proud. We acknowledged in person here, our volunteers, and I want to do it right here during this call. We couldn't be where we are without folks like Tamika. She took the time to get on the calls. She helped us test along with some of the other volunteers, the technology, and I know that she's all in. The word says try spirit by spirit. I know because I can feel it. It's real. I know when I come up to Cleveland that I can call Tamika, and if she's in, that connection is there. That's what Win with Black Women is all about. Whether it's a transition in work, whether it's a need for our children, whether it's something we need advocacy for outside of whatever organizations we're already a part of. Win with Black Women is all about winning. We're trusting each other. We are stronger together, one voice, one fight. And we couldn't have done it without you, Tamika. Thank you so very much. And ladies, thank you for sharing that testimony.
Thank you. Woo! Let's go. Woo!
Yes.
I ask that tonight, if you all can, because it is 8:11, and our call was to go till 8. If you're able to, 8:30, I'm going to be on our national call. I get a chance to shout out. This was my practice, my rehearsal for talking about the amazing volunteers and ladies who are leading in Ohio. Okay, so Cleveland is going to be on the map tonight. If you all can, please tune in. Our National Win with Black Women does have an overflow call on YouTube as well. So you can kind of do things as you're listening and watching. But I'm so excited to jump on this call. Ladies, thank you for joining. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. This will be on our YouTube. We look forward to connecting with everyone again. Thank you.